Good morning, everyone. It's May 1st. Today is first day of Stitch Mania 2019, and I'm just taking a little clip here, a little video clip, just before I start my very first project. You can see it right there to the left. And I just actually made a video last night, so you've seen that already. And this is my supplies that I was talking about in my video about Stitch Mania and all my plans about all the things that I would need for each project potentially. Hope I'm not shaking the iPad too much, but here I've got my bag with all of my projects. You can see here I've got all my projects in there, and the one for today is pulled out. This is my Wednesday project, so it's a little bit of a smaller one. And I've got a ruler, and I've got some extra DMC bobbins and some craft bags for any projects that have fancy floss. I got those craft bags from the dollar store, and they're just small Ziploc bags. And that's what I use, that's what I put all my specialty floss in when I'm taking a piece off. Scissors, and there's a scissor fob that I got from the New Jersey retreat in 2018. And I've got two sizes of Q-snaps. I've got an 8-inch and a 6-inch, and I think that should do. I've got some 26 needles, some 28 bowen needles, and also underneath there is some beading needles that I've kept from various projects, because some of my projects, just one of them I believe, has a bead, or has beads in it, the Mill Hill kit. And I've got two sizes of clipboards there. I got both of those from the dollar store actually, and the small one is really helpful when I fold my patterns in half. I like it because sometimes I'm stitching on the, I really like stitching at the table, but sometimes I'm stitching on the couch, so I like a hard surface there to highlight. I'm a highlighter, so I've got 3 different highlighters, a pen, a pencil, I've got a seam ripper just in case, and this little thing here is really neat. It looks like a lipstick, but the lid pops off. This is hard. Hopefully I'm not making anybody sick here. And the lid pops off and you twist it up like a lipstick. And this is a snag nabbit. And I really love it. And it's just protected here. It's like a needle with some little barbs at the side. Can you see that? It's not really in focus. But this you put at the, if you've got some threads coming up, you put this down one of the holes and you can pull it through to the back, and the little barbs that are on here, let me see if I can, there. Anyways, maybe I'll show you on one of our other videos if anybody's interested, but it's called a snag nabbit and it's really helpful, and I probably should get another one at some point. So that's that. I like to make sure that that's close by. I've got a 3-inch square just in case I start in the top right, 3 inches down. I'm gonna have to remeasure all my pieces of fabric just because I can't remember, just to double check things out there. I've got my journal that I write all my Flosstube notes in, and then I have my Stitch Mania plans in, and a notepad just in case I want to make a note on the pattern. And I've got some counting pins that Crafty Kim gave in a package from a retreat that she ran, and she actually made those. They're gorgeous, and I use them all the time. And so I've just pulled the whole pack that she's put together for everybody there. I think I'll need those, so just in case. I always use a pin to start for my center or my corner, and then I remove it just before I put the stitch in. So that's how I do it. So this is, all this stuff will go into this bag, the big bag, and then I have everything I need for whatever day I'm starting a project. Okay, so let me pause the video and I'll get set up with Lovebird by Just Another Button Company and show you with my threads and everything laid out on the table. Okay, so here's my first project for May 1st. I've got it all set up here to show you. So I'm doing Just Another Button Company again, and it's called Lovebird. And I just thought maybe I would show you the buttons. They're just so cute. And it looks like there's 2 versions here on the cover photo. Either you can do the pins in the bird Love in red, or it looks like you can do them there in like a gold. And those are the DMC floss colors that I'm going to use. It does call for Weeks Dye Works and also gives you a little bit of a conversion there for DMC. So I've chosen to do DMC, and for the needle that is actually in the spool there underneath the cardinal pin cushion, I am going to use this what did I choose? I can read it there. 001 Kreinik. I'm going to use that. So those are the DMC colors. I think they're going to be so yummy together. And the last one that I did in DMC, and it worked out really well. I was happy with how it turned out. And I've got my scissors out. I'm going to use 26 Bowen needles for this. And it's going to be, the stitch count's 52 by 60. And I'm going to do it on 32 count straw linen, or sorry, 30 count straw linen. I think it's by Weeks Dye Works, but I'm not 100% sure about that. And the Kreinik there is a number 4 braid. It's actually a bit thicker. It's a bit thicker. So yeah, so I've got my counting pin in. I'm going to start in the center. I've got more than enough fabric to do it, and I've got my needle sticking out there just ready to go. So I'm going to put a few stitches in. Today's a busy day, so I don't know how much I'm going to get done here on this project, but I have until Saturday when I switch to a little bit of a bigger project. So yeah, there you go. So maybe I'll film another clip on Saturday morning with my next project laid out so you can see it, and maybe I'll show you the progress that I made on this throughout the week with included in that clip. So here we go. Bye everybody. See you later in the week. Have fun stitching today.